Welcome to Creative Living, where we help you live your most creative life. I'm Jane Klaus. Well, summer is officially here, and that means we're all in vacation mode. And the most popular type of travel is the road trip. So before we steer you to some travel tips, let's take a look at what's on the show. We talk to Auto Trader about what to bring on a road trip. And we introduce you to a company who can help with your tech gadgets. Plus, we get advice on affordable cuts of meat for your dinner table. All that and more on this episode of Creative Living. When you set out on your adventure this summer, there's some things you should keep in mind for your road trip. And Auto Trader is here with some advice to get you road trip ready.
Summer is here and it's about time to start planning that annual road trip. While it's unlikely you'd buy a new car just for one trip, there are some features and tips to keep in mind as you hit the highway. If you do take frequent family trips, a minivan is a solid choice. And this Honda Odyssey is the perfect example of why minivans work so well for road trips and just everyday life. One reason vans are so convenient is because of these large side doors. Now, most minivans today have the option of power sliding doors. It's a worthwhile feature even if you have to pay extra. One thing you should do before even hitting the road is check all the fluids under the hood of your car. Things like oil, coolant, brake fluid, and transmission fluid should all be checked and set to the appropriate level according to your owner's manual. On modern cars, these are color-coded. Properly functioning windshield wipers are also a must. If you don't feel comfortable doing this yourself, then take your car to a qualified shop just before your trip. And be sure to check your tire pressure. Having the proper tire pressure will help you get the best fuel economy. And even if your pressure is off just a little in only one tire, that can dramatically impact the way your car handles. A few features to look for if you are about to replace your family car. Retractable sunshades. These can help keep the sun out of your baby's face. Also, consider a car that has in-car Wi-Fi or an entertainment system for the back seats. In this Honda, there's a nice wide screen that's easy for second and third row passengers to see. It also has a feature that lets you create custom playlists with input from everyone inside the car with a mobile device. You can accomplish something very similar by using collaborative playlists in Spotify. Just tap the silhouette of a person to share a list that you want others to contribute to. But none of this will work unless you have the proper charging cable. So be sure that you have several cables for your phone, including a cable for each type of phone that you have inside your car. Also, consider getting a roadside assistance plan. Most major insurance providers offer this as an option. And bring your sunglasses. This can help reduce fatigue on a long road trip. A few other things to keep in mind. Remember to take frequent breaks. Look for roadside rest stops and don't overeat. This can make you tired. And if you have to talk on the phone, do it with a hands-free setup like Android Auto or Apple CarPlay or something similar. And remember, you can even add a radio to your used car that has Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Finally, remember to bring snacks, a blanket, and an extra pair of shoes. You're not planning on having a breakdown, but if that happens in a remote area, you may have to spend the night in your car or walk to get help. And remember, even in the summertime, it can get really cold in the desert and in the mountains. Even if you're not looking for a new car, following just a few of these tips can make your summer road trip safe and fun.
Technology has been a big part of our lives this past year, and for some of us, it's been a little bit challenging and confusing at times, but not to worry. Groovy Tech is here to take the frustration out of tech, and joining me is Matt Monroe. He's the president of Groovy Tech. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Jane. How are you? Happy to be here.
So happy to see you, Matt. So let's start things off. Explain to us what Groovy Tech is.
Well, Groovy Tech is a company that's dedicated to helping people become more comfortable using their personal technology, which we define as smartphone, tablets, and computers. So I guess the easiest way to explain Groovy Tech overall would be to think of a personal trainer for fitness, but apply that to your personal technology. And I think you really have a good handle on what we can do.
Tell us what kind of services you offer.
Well, we offer in-home and over-the-phone training sessions. As I say, we're different than a traditional IT company because we really focus on the training aspect. So that's sitting side by side with someone, explaining to them how to do things so that they don't have to, have us be there to make things happen. We want people to be independent and very excited about using technology on their own terms. So we have different programs, whether it's 3 sessions, 3 hours that we can come at different times and help with people. We have a membership opportunity as well where we can, help people throughout the year. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. But at the end of the day and at the beginning of the day, we're here to sit side by side and treat people with patience and respect and help them understand how to navigate their devices.
And can you tell us what is the most common frustration you hear from your customers?
Well, this is one of the most universal frustrations is tied to wireless printers and getting printers to connect. We have a heck of a lot of people trying to navigate the streaming environment these days. We also help people, understand how to set up an environment that, they can make the most of it so that they can navigate well, they can download well. And we're also helping a lot of people make sure that they're protecting themselves as well as they can online with some password strategies and things from that perspective as well.
Oh, that's really good. Password strategies. I like that. So Matt, do you think it's essential that in today's new work environment that we all know more about technology?
I think that it's essential without question. And I think that the last, 14 months or 15 months have really accelerated the necessity of the adoption. So now it's almost assumed that you're going to be able to operate from home and that you're going to have the tools in the background to be able to do so effectively. And you really want to be relevant in the workforce and you want to be relevant in, frankly, most of society these days. Having a handle on the latest and greatest technology is great, but really understanding how to use it on your terms and make the most of what you need to be as effective as possible is really the goal.
And Matt, as with anything in the learning process, once we understand and grasp the idea of how it works, is it easy?
I will tell you this, I think that it is a heck of a lot more accessible than people think in their own minds. I think people tap into a little bit of insecurity, but there's no reason that everybody can't become more comfortable with it. It's not as difficult as it seems, and that's why we really take the approach of becoming an ongoing resource so that you don't have to retell your story. You don't have to explain from the beginning, but rather you have a relationship with the trainer who knows A, your learning style, and B, your goals. And I think that those light bulb moments when we really get to click with somebody and they start being able to do things that they'd only heard about before is really magical.
Matt, thank you so much. You've given me so much hope. Thank you for all this great information.
Thank you. It's been tremendous sitting down with you. I appreciate it greatly.
Absolutely. All right, now it's your turn. For more information about Groovy Tech, just head to their website. Before you hit the road, make a packing checklist. Trust me, the time you spend making a list will pay back in dividends when you hit the road and have everything you need on board for the perfect road trip. I mean, you don't want to forget those extra gummy bears for snack time. Stick around, we've got more to come on Creative Living. We tell you how adding solar to your home might be the best choice for your family. And the most affordable cuts of meat to get for your summer barbecue. If you're looking for a great getaway this summer, Nevada is the place to be. So let's check out all they have to offer. With signature vibrancy, there's a good reason you've probably heard of places like the Valley of Fire and Red Rock Canyon. As those Nevada road trips bring you further into the Silver State, dozens more incredible outdoor recreation experiences reveal themselves, beckoning travelers to come see it for themselves. But before you come chasing Nevada's unspoiled horizons, learn how you can do your part to protect the places we love.
To recreate responsibly means to do your part to be a good steward of the places you're visiting. That means brushing up on state rules and regulations, living by the dirt road code, and leaving each place you visit in better condition than when you arrived. How can visitors recreate responsibly when they come to Nevada? Here are a few things we'd like travelers to consider when they're enjoying Nevada's unspoiled beauty. Stay on all trails, tracks, and roads. Know where you're headed. With so many unfenced landscapes, everything can feel like it's yours. But whether private or public, the land is owned or managed by a person or an agency. Respect no trespassing signs and brush up on the regulations of where you're headed before you arrive. Tread lightly. Whether you're off-roading, hunting, or target shooting, make sure you're operating motorized vehicles legally, safely, and responsibly. Leave no trace. Leave every place better than you found it. Check current fire restrictions. Fire season hits Nevada harder than ever these days, with catastrophic blazes started by campfire embers, vehicle undercarriages, hot bullet casings, and much more. Keep an eye out for wildlife. Finders does not mean keepers. Take all the photos you like, but leave every object, no matter how big or small, exactly where you found it for others to discover. Carry a full-size spare and know how to use it. Don't count on your phone to bail you out of a jam. Nevada's wild places are some of the country's most remote, located way out of cell service and far from help. Don't geotag. Sure, post your pictures, but don't make the ultimate faux pas by geotagging sensitive and secluded locations, particularly hot springs. Whether you're road tripping on our major highways or you're looking to dip a tire or two into Nevada back roads, get the scoop on how to move around the state safely and responsibly at discoveryournevada.com. It's been a long year and we know it's time for a little fun. Get out there and recreate responsibly as you discover your Nevada.
If you hate those high energy costs during the summer, it might be time to consider going green and getting solar to power your house.
The three reasons that solar is popular right now in the Southwest is, first of all, because of home values and property values. And so if your neighbor is installing solar on their home, then their property value is appreciating. And so in order to maintain the market pricing for your home, solar is a great option. Another advantage of going solar is cost savings. And so installing a solar system on your house, you're replacing your utility bill, which is going to increase year over year, with a fixed payment. And at the end of generally a 20-year term, that fixed payment will be completed. Another benefit of having your solar system installed is that you can receive a federal tax credit. For 2021, the tax credit is 26%. And in some instances, if you qualify, you can also receive a state rebate of about $1,000. The solar system that we install on your home includes panels and battery options as well. One of our most popular panels is a black-on-black option that looks very appealing on the home. With that installation, you can qualify for federal tax credit. In 2021, the tax credit is 26%. Suntria offers a complete installation of a solar system, and so that includes the actual system itself, the installation, and any maintenance that may be required after the installation is complete.
At Suntria, we have several financing platforms that you can choose from with different ranges of years and APR percentages. So you're never just stuck with one payment. There are many options for you. You do not have to buy the panels outright. There is a leasing option with low payment. You just do not get the tax credit. The employees that will come to your house to install it, they've actually been doing this for 7 to 15 years. They have really good experience. They're very intimate with their customers, so they will get to know you and they have all your needs. They're very, very well kept. They know everything about what they're doing. Our employees, in the course of 7 years, we've installed over 15,000 systems. So solar is affordable for most homeowners because a lot of homeowners don't realize that over the course of 20 to 30 years, you're putting money into a utility company instead of your own pocket. So every year, 3 to 4% your utility company is increasing and you're having to pay that extra amount on your bill. If you put that into your home, you're gonna save more money.
If you're interested in solar, you can check out our website at suntria.com or give us a call at 1-877-SUN-NOW-1, and we'll be happy to answer your call and any questions you may have.
If you have extra time to get to your destination, do a little research for must-see spots along the way. Making time for some fun discoveries will get the family excited and create lasting memories of your trip. Let's see what's next on Creative Living. We get some design inspiration from manual builders and the most cost-effective meats to feed your family this summer. Food prices have steadily increased this year, and meat prices are rising as well. So here to give us some advice on the best cuts of meat to buy this summer is Mr. Sizzle himself. It's Rod McConnell from Midwestern Meats. Hey, Mr. Sizzle.
Hello, Jane. How are you today?
I'm so happy to see you, and I love this topic, right? So we're going to the store. We want to save money, so clearly we're not going to be buying Kobe beef. So what should be on our shopping list?
Jane, all meat prices are high right now, but beef is really high. So what I would recommend, I would go with a chicken and a pork item. You can also, with the chicken and pork, you utilize pasta in your meals, utilize rice. Not only does it help spread the meal out, lower the cost of the meal, nutritionally very effective for your family.
Great. So tell us this, does where we shop make a difference?
Yes, of course. Shopping at the stores can typically be the cheapest. But Jane, what you're looking for now when prices are so high, you're looking for value. There's more to value than just price. There's the service level of the value. Of course, there's the price. There's the quality of the product. And Jane, the most important in value shopping is the end product. Are you going to be happy? And is it always going to be great? That's what you want to look for, not price. Look for value. You small butcher shop like Midwestern Meats, we bring value every day to the consumer.
So are there any meats that we could buy that we could stretch and make multiple meals with? Because I love this idea.
Jane, this is great, and this is where the value comes from. Be a smart consumer. So I talked about chicken and pork. Just a couple little things. So chicken and pork and pasta. This is just, can you see that? That's just cube pork and pasta. That one, it will be one meal. Listen, that's 1/3 of a pound of pork. So a pork loin, that's what I used. That probably cost you $6. That pasta probably cost you 20 cents. You feed 3 people with that, we're talking $2 a meal. Here's another one. This is one of my favorites. Pork butt. I'm an Instapot fan. Check it out. Okay, guys, that's 2 pounds of pork butt. Now, 2 pounds of pork butt in Instapot, it's simple. Pork butt costs about $4 to $4.50 a pound. That's $9. That'll feed 2 different meals. What is that? $4.50 a meal. Very cheap. Here we go. I got more, Jane. Okay, look at this. See that?
Yeah.
Fajitas. Here it is. Look how much that is. Okay, so if you look at that quantity right there, chicken fajitas, that will feed 3 to 4 people. Jane, I've got 1 pound of chicken. I've got 1 pound of chicken in there, and I've got bell peppers and onions. That meal doesn't cost more than $5 to serve 3 to 4 people. So there's a lot of things you can do. Strip your chicken into strips, cube your pork, rice, pasta, vegetables. Not only do we save money, $5 a meal, $4 a meal, $3 a meal, the nutritional value for your family and the taste, the end product I talked about is awesome.
And Rod, any last minute advice on saving a couple bucks when we're going to buy our meat at the store?
Absolutely, Jane. Number one, the biggest mistake is you want to go in right now and you buy a month's worth of meat. Don't buy a month's worth of meat. Buy what you need for the week, go shopping every week, and ultimately when it goes down, you'll know, and that's when you want to buy for your month.
Rod, you are always such a wealth of information. Thank you so much for sharing your advice.
Right on, Jane. I appreciate it. I got one thing. You guys know, Midwestern Meats, I've got the meat.
You've got the meat. All right. Thanks so much, Rod. For more information on Midwestern Meats, just head to their website. If you're traveling with kids, have some road games on hand so you can keep them busy. A simple game of I Spy or 20 questions should keep them occupied for, well, at least a few miles. Don't go anywhere. Creative Living has much more coming your way. We take a tour of Manual Builders Design Center for inspiration ideas. Manual Builders has been building dream homes for more than 55 years, and we take a tour of their design center to inspire touches for your home.
Our new design center is amazing. It looks just like a home, and it was actually inspired by some of our past homeowners. So whenever you come in, it's really going to wow you. Some of the things you're going to see in our design center are going to be countertop samples, cabinets. You're going to see all of your exterior finishes that you can choose. You're going to see sink options and plenty more. When we consider building new floor plans for clients, we try to focus on what matters the most to you. So bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, size of living rooms, outdoor spaces, the things that matter most to you are the things that we're really going to focus on. One thing that's good to know before you tour our design center is that everything in here was inspired by our previous clients. We want you, from the time you walk into the door, to be inspired to build your new home from the pictures of our previous clients that we have in the foyer or every option that we offer in the actual design center. There are standard features in every one of our homes. Some of the main ones are laminate wood in the main living. You're going to have custom-built cabinets throughout the house. 3-centimeter granite comes included throughout the house, as well as LED light fixtures everywhere. Trends always come and go, but one of the things that we try to focus on when you make your selections is what you like the most. If you love what you put in your home, it'll never go out of style.
Thanks for joining us here on Creative Living. Safe travels on your summer road trip, everybody. I'm Jane Klaus, and I'll see you next time.